officiating. We request your cooperation in supporting the athletes and officials in a positive manner. Intimidating actions or statements based on biases in gender, politics, age, race, faith, ethnicity, or sexual orientation will not be tolerated. It's grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please refrain from playing objects on the playing field, slowly whistle, and interfering with the flow of the game. Spectators caught engaging in such actions will be removed from the stadium and possibly arrested. Welcoming tonight's match officials, referee Thomas Snyder, assistant referee Zach McWhorter, assistant referee Colin Ashley. Our fourth official this evening is John Mata. Now starting lineup tonight for Hartford Athletics. Please welcome their captain, number 8, Jay Chapman. And goal number 25, Paul Walters. Number 3 is Joe Apanonu. Number 5 is Kristen Hodge. Number 23, Thomas Van Casio. Number 6, Beverly Macadilla. Number 12 is Anderson Asiegu. Number 7, Marcus Epps. Number 11, Michael Ngalia. Number 31 is Deshane Beckford. And number 9, Romario Williams. Hartford Athletic are led by head coach Brendan Burke with assistant coaches Aaron Wheeler and Dan Gasper.
Hey, tell him you're going to go down there.
Today's nice ball being delivered by former Railhawks player Brian Schreiber. Let's help welcome Brian back to the field.
Welcome to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, where it's throwback night for North Carolina FC. This franchise started in 2007 as the then-named Carolina Railhawks, and they were all orange back then. That's why when you finally see Kendall and me, you'll see quite a bit of orange, as on throwback night, it's only appropriate. North Carolina FC looking for their first win of the season, playing a Hartford team that used to be at the doorstop, but now people are talking about Hartford as a team that could make a run in USL Championship. And good evening, everyone. Great to be alongside former UNC national champion Kendall Fletcher-White. I'm Dean Linke, and of course on Throwback Night, we're allowed to reflect and then also look forward.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of former Railhawk players here tonight supporting this current team who's looking to get their first win. They've had 2 draws and a loss, but some good performances, created a lot of goal-scoring chances, so they're going to be hungry for that first win.
One of the key players, according to John Bradford, has been Rafa Mensingen. He's known by one name, Rafa, and he's really established himself as that right wing back.
Yeah, which is a new position for him. It's something that he's taken on this year. He actually went to John and talked to him about it. But it's going to be key for him to do his defensive role, which is new for him, but he can do it, but also not getting held back and getting forward and scoring a goal like he did last week to get the draw for them.
Yep, he had the only goal in that game. Meanwhile, for Hartford Athletic, Jay Chapman, great player from Michigan State. He's Canadian, spent a long time in Toronto, and now has found a home at Hartford.
Yeah, he's going to be key for this team. He's got 112 MLS caps. From a Canadian from Toronto, spent most of his career there, but he's going to be key for them tonight in the midfield, going forward, establishing play, and being a leader vocally and with his play.
All right, well done on Throwback Night. That means Austin DeLuz will be here, Steve Miller, maybe Nazmi Abadawi, T. Shipalani, some of the all-time greats. North Carolina FC, they're hungry to get 3 against a very good Hartford Athletic team. We'll return with the lineups and the kick right here.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, home to North Carolina FC. As I mentioned earlier, looking for their first win of the season, playing Hartford Athletic. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, Kendall Fletcher-White, and we'll start with the home team, North Carolina FC.
After a rotating lineup in their first 3 games, rotating starting lineup, they've stuck with the same lineup they had last game. You're going to have Rafa and Armstrong trying to get forward with the front 3, DaCosta, Anderson, and Perez, to create some goal-scoring chances.
That's John Bradford's team. Meanwhile, Brendan Burke, who's got a nice little resume, is the head coach of Hartford Athletic, and this is his starting lineup.
Hartford's only made two changes from their last game. They've got Makangila stepping into the back, as well as Williams up top, returning from international duty as a Jamaican international, and he'll be a handful for the NCFC back line.
All right, that's a look at how they'll line up. It's important to point out that part of the reason we talked about Rafa in the open, as you take a look at Brendan Burke, the top man. He was actually with Houston in MLS last year and now is the GM and the head coach. Works with Nick Sakakevich, who was one of the early MLS general managers in New York. Hartford's going to wear their white uniforms with the blue trim. North Carolina FC, I thought maybe they'd be repping the orange, but I got to give John Bradford credit because, you know, he's been a part of the Academy program with North Carolina FC for so long. that really any throwback for him involves the new name, North Carolina FC, and getting behind it and pushing it forward.
Yeah, he is, and they are repping their new kits this season. The black and blue looking really sharp. But I think it is important. A youth coach who's now stepping into this level of the game is going to value what this area has built from the youth game and is inclusive in who that encompasses.
John Bradford turned 44 on Wednesday. Happy birthday, just a couple days late to John Bradford. Great coach, also an outstanding person as well. They ended up, after shuffling around plans, at the Angus Barn with his wife and their kids, Caroline, Owen, and Kate, his mom and dad, Ann and Steve, and his brother Dave and her daughter Evie. We're underway. Throwback night, North Carolina FC and Hartford Athletic, and they've already turned it over back to Hartford Athletic. Not totally sure why.
Perez was having a conversation with the referee there. I'm not sure what happened.
So that was Chapman who quickly got things started. Chapman will sit right in front of that back four, but he's got the freedom to move wherever he needs to move. He was a part of some really good Michigan State teams. They play it over the top. Hartford's got a brand new team, and pretty much, I think it's fair to say, North Carolina FC, by virtue of moving up to the USL Championship, they have a brand new team, and it's already knocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. Tremendous start here for Hartford.
Yep, right off the bat, getting a set piece in dangerous area. This can be difficult to defend. You're just starting off the game. Anything can happen. Balls can pop loose, so you're going to want to be really focused here for NCFC, but a great opportunity here for Hartford to get on the score sheet early.
Just 2 minutes in. An absolutely splendid night. Happy Good Friday to each and every one of you. This one curling around. We especially say hello to the great fans up in Connecticut who I would imagine have several choices, as both their men's and women's basketball teams are pretty darn good as well.
Yeah, not too shabby. Although, did their men's team lose in the NCAA?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You might have some news.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. False news. NCFC just being patient here at the beginning, trying to establish some rhythm with the ball. Nice open shape.
Batista gives him good size back there. There's Olex Anderson Jr. who earns the whistle. Olex Anderson Jr. coming off a fantastic season a year ago when, as I mentioned earlier, North Carolina FC was in USL League One. They were headed to USL Championship regardless, Kendall Fletcher-White, but to win USL League One and make it truly feel like a promotion, there's just something really cool about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything like that. And what I like about it is it prepares them for this league. What happens when you get promoted is you have a winning mentality that you now bring up into this league. It'll be a new level for them. But there's a lot of momentum that is gained in that, coming back up to this league, being able to now show what you can do at the next level.
Akpanonu with the throw-in, the right back, number 3. Is this supposed to be this nice all weekend? I mean, this is like perfect.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Spring in North Carolina, there's nothing better, Dean.
No, amen. Yeah, I moved here in 1999, and the very next year the Courage started, and I'm never leaving.
Yep. You found your home. There's a lot of relocated North Carolinians that now proudly call this home, especially in this area.
Absolutely. So it'll be a throw-in for Batista. Nonu heads it out of bounds. Here's Martin, who's very much a vocal leader in the midfield. Raheem Summersall had been a regular alongside him, but he's been playing with his national team, so just getting back. And one of the things that John Bradford did when he built this team, they have 25 to 26 legit players where there's no major drop-off. And so because of that, he will have the flexibility to change his lineup periodically. Didn't want to do it after their last performance, as this will fall to McGuire.
That's what I've liked what John has done early in the season. He's had different starting lineups. I think 6 players changed between the first and the second game, which is great that a team can get that many players played in and getting a rhythm this early in the season. He's gone with the same lineup tonight, and there'll be a little bit more consistency. Olax is in.
Flag is down. Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson Jr. down near the end line. No blue jerseys in the 18 to help out Olex. One back by Martin. Now they'll find Perez. Perez with the left foot back across. And headed by Olex Anderson Jr. out of bounds. Good stuff, though, from North Carolina FC, at least the second time through. The first time through, Olex did not have any help.
No, he didn't. He made the right decision to pull it back. As we'll see, Perez got in. This isn't the last chance. He crosses it in. Olax is in the box that time. Didn't quite get the header down on frame. Very dangerous. But we need more players. NCFC needs more players in the box if they're going to finish that initial ball from Olax.
So well said. 6 minutes in. No score. Chapman. Good to talk to him before the game. Although he made the mistake of pulling a Pinocchio and telling me that I look good, which nothing could be further from the truth. So I had to give him a hard time on that. Because I don't. There's McGuire over to Batista.
You look great to me, Dean.
You're the best.
Especially in that orange piping that you got going in your tie. It looks great.
Thank you. I love that you threw some orange on. It was very kind of you as I reached out to you.
Absolutely, and in true throwback fashion, this is actually a blouse my mom wore.
That's awesome.
She was cleaning out her closet a year ago, and I snagged it. Glad I did.
Good for you. This one hit. Wow, it's actually going to drop like it was like the perfect chip shot, even like from a golf game. Slowed down, back across, and Hartford Athletic was dangerous right there. One right back by Hartford.
Yeah, a bit of indecision from McGuire whether he was going to come for that or not. He ended up staying, and it worked out. But he's got to be ready to make a quicker decision on that kind of lofted ball there.
Mikey Maldonado looked like he was fouled, but they'll say it was clean as he just absolutely had the ball ripped away from him. Good little touches. That's trouble. Good start for Hartford. Here's Chapman, who I told you would get forward when needed, as that one is sent high in the air. Kept alive by North Carolina FC. One back by Chapman. Super soft feet from Chapman. As that one's sent away, it'll stay with Hartford.
This is the second or third time already in this game they've gotten in down that left side. Hartford's gotten in down that left side. So we'll see if that continues to be a problem for NCFC.
Hartford Athletic started last year being led by one of my all-time favorite players, Tab Ramos. That didn't quite work out. His assistant, Omid Namazi, replaced him, and they decided to do a restart, and they're 2-0. They've added a lot of new weapons. Here comes Martin, who played under Landon Donovan in San Diego. Ezra Armstrong. Costa. Sent back across, looking for Olex Anderson Jr. It'll be a corner kick, North Carolina FC.
That was a great attack from NCFC. They got both of their wingbacks going forward. So they attack in a 3-4-3, but they defend in a 5-4-1. And so both Armstrong and Rafa got involved there. If NCFC can keep them getting forward into the attacking box, they'll be dangerous.
always dangerous with his left foot is Luis Perez. Great year a year ago. Pretty good ball right at the top of the 6. Looked like a handball. Yeah, they will call it.
Kind of an awkward bounce, difficult to deal with. Ball comes in there, yep. Pops up on him. Not quite sure if that hit his arm, but that's what the referee saw, so the other way we go.
So that's Ezra Armstrong. Ezra, as I talked about a little bit in the first game, Kendall Fletcher-White, just to give you an idea how old I am. My first job as a U.S. soccer intern was to write a story about Desmond Armstrong, who was on the 1990 U.S. World Cup team and one of the very last cuts for the 94 team. I showed up in Colorado Springs in '89. He had just broken his leg, and he was an accomplished artist, so we focused the story on his incredible ability to draw and design. And now, here it is. His son is now on North Carolina FC, so we've had a lot of fun reconnecting.
Yeah, I bet that would be fun. Sounds like his dad's a multi-talented guy.
Oh, yeah, big time. And they have a wonderful, beautiful family. I think there's like 7 of them. Great family.
It was a hard challenge there. Hard foul. Some rising tension. Just through the back of the leg right there. Easy call for the ref. Surprised card didn't come out, but it's early.
Legendary men's soccer coach for UConn, and prior to that, Southern Connecticut State, Ray Reed. Still a consultant with the team. Ray Reed won national championships at Southern Connecticut State and UConn on the men's side. As always, the field is to die for, just so pristine. It's the kind of field, Kendall Fletcher-White, that I would, well, yeah, you're going to play in the TSC. I mean, I would think would make you want to get back out there and play, right?
Oh, absolutely. A field like this, always want to get back out there. The player in me always wants a chance to lace up the boots, play on a night like this. So not too far now for the TST tournament. But yeah, it's.
Did you play last year on that team?
I did.
Okay.
We were the only female team in an entirely men's bracket.
Yeah, I called 22 games, including like 11 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
By myself.
You didn't call one of our games, did you?
I didn't, no.
Yeah.
No, they gave me the North Carolina bracket and then the bracket with Indiana. And the winning team came out of that bracket.
Again, Hartford going down this left side. Rafa, you see him there. We talked about him pre-game. His job defensively, this is a new role for him. He does well there not to get beat. Gave up a corner, but saved a dangerous cross into the box.
13 minutes in. Curls around. Batista will head it first. Now here's Olex Anderson Jr. Maldonado's going to make a good run. DaCosta's going to make a run. Perez going to make a run. Rafa's making a run on the far side. Olex Anderson Jr. needs to switch the point of attack, and then maybe he'll get it back.
Yeah, a lot of numbers on the far side. However, Hartford did a great job of getting numbers back as well. It was on to take him on early, but there was a great recovering defender from Hartford that closed down that space quickly. I think he needed to do that a bit earlier if he was going to be able to cross that into the box.
Throw in from Mikey Maldonado, one of the top players last year in USL League One. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong wearing number 42. If you get a chance to meet Armstrong, Kendall Fletcher-White, hang on here as Rafa sends it over. Olex Anderson Jr. gets a little touch on it. Here he is now, Ezra Armstrong. Perez. Now Rafa. He has the most spectacular green eyes that you're ever going to see. Like they're absolutely amazing.
All right, I'll have to track him down and see if you're overstating that.
No, I'm not. Like it's unbelievable.
I bet the grass really brings it out. It's a beautiful pitch.
He's on it now and will earn the throw in.
Maldonado's long throw. It's a really big threat for NCFC to be able to get it into the box. It's almost as if anywhere in the attacking third is now a corner kick opportunity. Hartford has to drop back into the box. So this is a great threat. They can start to capitalize.
Wow. You said it. I mean, that had velocity on it right there. That's just, it's a wonderful weapon to have.
Yeah, it's not just the distance, it's how much speed he gets on it. It's really dangerous.
Well, if you recall, the U.S. Women's World Cup team that I think she was a former teammate of yours that Jessica McDonald was on, she didn't play a ton, but when she got in, her throw-in is one of the best in the business.
Yeah. It really changes the way defenses have to defend.
Once again, Hartford Athletic is onside. Malou gets over there. First-year player with North Carolina FC, Justin Malou. He's from Senegal. Did play collegiately in the States. Another ball that is onside. Ooh. Trying to earn the PK.
It's a close call. Maybe the referee felt Acosta sold it a little too much. Have to see that on a replay.
Reset before we go.
Is there VAR in the USL, Dean?
Yep.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. DaCosta over to Perez. Olex Anderson Jr.'s got Armstrong. There he does. He'll give it up. Armstrong, tough angle. Good work over here by Beckford, and they'll call the whistle against North Carolina FC. So I like the fact that Armstrong and Olex Anderson Jr. are talking right now. If there's any criticism of Olex Anderson Jr., it is maybe on the dribble just a little bit too long. Needs to give it up, and then maybe he'll get it back and get himself in a better position.
Yeah, even this season you can see he's looking to pass more. He had a couple chances early in some earlier games where instead of going to goal, he made the right decision to pass. But sometimes it's a little too heavy. It's the technical touch that he needs to work on. Hard foul there from Hartford. But he's looking to make the right decisions. The touch will come, but that was a little too heavy of a touch. It was the right decision to play in Armstrong. But hopefully as the season progresses, they'll find that partnership. He'll find that touch. But it's good that he's looking for it now.
"19 minutes in, no score. A new era of USL kicks off in April. Join us Saturday, April 6th on CBS as Louisville City FC takes on Indy 11 at 4 p.m. Eastern at Lynn Family Stadium in Louisville, kicking off the first ever national broadcast of the USL on the CBS networks.
NCFC doing a good job here of not letting Hartford play forward. They're sitting back a little bit in a deeper block, but when the trigger comes, they all go. As we see here, trying to force that ball that they can then win.
Rafa. there by Martin. Martin, then DaCosta goes down. They'll play advantage as Martin's still on it, and then Martin's going to go down too and earn a free kick opportunity. It's Chapman on the foul.
This is better by NCFC, finding a little bit more rhythm in their attack. Making Hartford defend here. We see the late hit on the ankle. That was the first one. Played advantage, and then another leg in for the second foul. This is a pretty good spot for a free kick to get it up and down. Might be a little far, but gives them the room.
No, I like where your thoughts are there, because Perez with that left foot does have the ability to crank one here. Martin also looks interested. I feel like if Martin's over it, he'll be thinking perhaps pass. I think Luis Perez might be thinking shot all the way here.
Yeah, I think unless there's something that they've drawn up in practice, this should be a shot, unless they've worked on some sort of play where they move it one way to go in another direction.
It's about 28 deep, so you're right, Kendall Fletcher-White. It's a little deep for a shot, but he's going to take one anyway. Tell you what, he got deflected. He hit that one pretty well.
Not far off, and that deflection almost helped. Sometimes that's really difficult for goalkeepers when you hit a free kick. Here we go. We see it from behind. Yep, heading in. That deflection gave it a little bit more bend, but he almost got that up and down over the wall.
Throwback night at WakeMed Soccer Park, North Carolina FC. This franchise ostensibly started in 2007.
Referee talking to some of the players, jostling there. The corner kick position is so important, so players are going to be working hard to not give up an inch.
Corner kick coming, looping around.
Great ball in. Good clearance from Hartford.
Armstrong! And denied. Oh, and they're going to wave it off, offside. Wow, what a shot from Armstrong, though, from distance.
That was a fantastic shot. Great save by Walters. Ball comes in, great initial clearance. Great pass there to the top of the box. Armstrong fires it. Good reaction save. I like that Anderson was ready to go. Unfortunately, just offside. But that's a good sign of a forward, being ready to follow in shots like that. There he is. Would have been a deflection goal. They called Anderson offside.
Sent back to McGuire. Now Rafa sends it forward. So it did look to me, Kendall Fletcher-White, on the replay that Olex Anderson Jr. after the shot was in fact in an offside position.
Yep.
Armstrong got some juice on that. Had a little
did.
swerve, right?
Got something behind that.
Yeah.
Would have felt good coming off the foot.
Chapman.
It's a great heads-up play. I believe it was Martin who played that ball across, that one-time ball across. It set it up on a platter for him. Great heads-up play. I think that's one of the things Martin has added to that midfield, is his distribution has been fantastic.
Yeah, he is super efficient. Olex Anderson Jr. looked like he was fouled already. Fouled again, bumped, and this time they've got to point to it. They do. They have to, and they did.
Yeah, that was a great counterattack by NCFC. Anderson does a great job getting across his defender. What I like is he gets his body across. He didn't worry about the ball. He worried about getting his body across the defender so that the defender had to foul him if he wanted to get to the ball. Very heads-up play by Anderson. Well-deserved penalty.
Luis Perez wasted no time. We got a yellow card coming as well. So a yellow card called against number 12. Anderson Asiadu from Ghana, spent some time with the Birmingham Legion FC. So Perez will take it.
Where do you think he's going, Dean? High, low, right, left?
I think he's going left.
All right, I'll take right.
He's going to go across his body. Yeah, I think you might be right, but I already said my.
Not, stick with it. Own it.
Let's see.
Kendall
Fletcher White was right, and how about North Carolina FC on throwback night? Olex Anderson Jr. has made it 1-0.
That was a well-earned goal by NCFC. They've been knocking on the door this last 10 minutes. As we see, he steps up, takes a look at the goalkeeper, hesitates, and buries it. Got the goalkeeper going the wrong way. Walters really had no chance on that. A lot of confidence in that penalty kick. Up 1-0.
I'm not going to lie, I knew you had me. I mean, the minute I said that he would go with his left foot, didn't make sense to me, and you were totally right. He's always going to get a little more heat on it going across his body, right?
Yeah, and you have to, as a penalty kick taker for your team, you're going to have to be able to go both directions. Every good player can, because you need to be able to switch it up if you scout, if you get more than one kick in a game. But yeah, going across your body with a left foot particularly is typically the way to go.
Shot from distance. Woo! DaCosta.
That was not far off. Excellent strike. This is a great response from NCFC after scoring. You want to get back on the front foot.
John Bradford has high praise for Rodrigo DaCosta, yet another Brazilian on this North Carolina FC team, showing his flair there on that last opportunity. 1-0. Olex Anderson Jr. earns the PK. Louis Perez, and that great left foot makes it 1-0 North Carolina FC. Armstrong back to DaCosta, now Martin.
NCFC has really settled into this game early on. I felt Hartford had the better of the play. They created more chances early in the first 10-15 minutes of the game. Then the momentum is shifted to NCFC in this middle part of the half. It'll be up to Hartford to see if they can gain the momentum back, get the ball back, control it, and get it in the other end of the field.
Pretty phenomenal game summary coming to you right there from Kendall Fletcher White. Pretty spot on if you joined us late. Hartford was on the front foot. Batista to DaCosta. As right now there's some joy here for the home team. Really good tackle there by the man from DR Congo. Here's another longest shot from Perez. Makangila, number 6, who spent some time at Colorado Springs, where head coach Brendan Burke did a good job with the switchbacks of USL Championship in Colorado Springs. This is a really good ball. On it now, Engalina. Engalina squared. It'll fall, shot. Cleared out of there by Malou. One back by DaCosta.
That's a better attack from Hartford there. They're known for attacking on the counter. They're very quick to get out once they win the ball. NCFC did a good job of getting numbers back in the box, able to clear that out. Hard challenge there. It's a head collision to the head, so the referee will make sure the player is okay. Here comes the collision. They both go up. Nothing wrong in that. Just two players going hard after the ball. Landed pretty hard on his back. Looks like he's up and okay. It's good to see.
So they didn't send the trainers out, so he's good to go to stay out there.
Ingalina was the player that the referee had a concern about, but everyone is up and okay and back at it.
So here's Batista. Maldonado. They'll play advantage again. Olex Anderson Jr. really soft feet. I would show you. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say there's another opportunity where I think it was the right decision to pass, but the quality of the pass just wasn't there. I like the idea of behind the no-look pass, but can he connect rather than playing that behind the player, play it in front of Armstrong as he's running forward.
I love everything you had to say there. Like, I like the mentality of Olex Anderson Jr. You're right, the quality wasn't there, but the idea of kind of the no-look, knock it back, hoping Ezra's making the right run is, I think, deeper thought coming from Olex Anderson Jr.
Yeah, it's great to see the progression of players. Chapman, the captain, just got a yellow card.
Athletic yellow in the 31st minute of play to number 8, James Chapman.
Here's Chapman, Maldonado.
Great tackle in the midfield.
So fall back to Martin, over to Olex Anderson Jr. Olex is going to drop it to Perez. Perez smokes one across. Rafa, good trap, gets his body behind it. And not a bad idea from Rafa.
Yeah, great to see Rafa getting forward. That's what they need from their wing backs. Armstrong and Rafa are both contributing to the attack. Armstrong's been a little bit busier on this left side, but it's good to see that they're both getting forward. Hartford being a little impatient.
Batista ends up sending a pretty good ball to Olex Anderson Jr. No whistle there from the referee. We're 32 minutes in. A Luis Perez penalty kick earned by Olex Anderson Jr. The difference in the game as North Carolina FC on top of Hartford Athletic 1-0. Hartford looking for a corner kick. They're not going to get it. It's going to come back to North Carolina FC.
And there's Rafa again with his new role as a wing back. He's now got defensive responsibilities. He actually asked for those. He went to John and talked to him about this position when he saw how John wanted him to play this season and felt he could fit into that role. He knew he wasn't seen as a defender, but he said he could do that role. And tonight, I think you've seen his discipline there. Great work rate to get back. Didn't dive in. Kept the player going wide, and it went out the end line before he could cross it in. Fantastic defending.
Fantastic breakdown on what really did happen. That was exactly it. He went to John Bradford. He, like, basically the way John explained it, kind of looked back, assessed it, looked down the bench, right, or at practice, and just kind of looked around, see who's there, and said, okay, how am I going to get on the field? And he's like, best way to get on the field is to show that he can play that wingback spot.
I think that's important evolution for players. It's a great mentality and attitude for players to have. Taking on new roles, it'll make Rafa a better player even when he's further up the field in a different position, that he has that understanding now, and he's making that a part of his game.
Great point. Here's Maldonado. Maldonado. He's kind of like the spirit of the team, right? Like he's first of all, he's a bulldog, right? Like you don't want to run into him. There's that tackle. He's not afraid to make the big tackle. He's not afraid to talk a little trash when needed. Sometimes that's needed. There's Perez. I mean, nothing belligerent.
There he is, just marking his territory. Got the foul, but he's had some great timing tackles. Has won the ball that has led to some of NCFC's counterattacks.
Played too deep. McGuire returns to North Carolina FC. He was here earlier, left, and came back when the news started to percolate about North Carolina FC going to USL Championship. John Bradford said the number of players that reached out that wanted to be a part of this was pretty spectacular. Olex Anderson Jr. And how about North Carolina FC? They call him Golex.
What a great finish. This is a fantastic ball from DaCosta. Gets the ball, gets his head up, splits the defender, plays it in front. Anderson is on the front foot, finishes far post with his left foot. Composed, great finish. That is a fantastic counterattack by NCFC and another great goal-scoring opportunity created by Anderson.
So it's 2-0, and we're only in the 36th minute.
Goal of the 35th minute of play from number 9, Olex Anderson, scoring his first goal of the season. The assist on that goal, number 16, Rodrigo DaCosta.
John Bradford, I kid you not, Kendall Fletcher-White told me last night that a goal was coming in this game for Olex Anderson Jr. And then he said, look out, because if you remember last year as well, when he gets one, he gets going.
The floodgates open. And he's been knocking on the door already this season as Hartford gets back in on the right side.
Great run here, really dangerous. And finally knocked out of bounds just in time there by Paco Craig.
He's been a great addition to the lineup this year for NCFC. A lot of experience back there, named captain by the players. But he's done a phenomenal job organizing that back line. But what I was saying about Anderson is in the Loudoun game, NCFC lost that game, but Anderson had 2 or 3 really good opportunities to finish and just wasn't able to do it. And as a forward, that sticks with you. And so tonight will be a big relief. It'll be weight off his shoulders that he's finally able to create the first goal and put that second one away. But a great game from him so far.
Headed out of there again by Craig, who really was the man who saved that last attack by Hartford Athletic. Whistle called against North Carolina FC. And Galena, I tell you what, the guy who made that last run where Craig had to come over, as we take a look at this foul here, go ahead and break it down.
Yeah, I think he got the ankle before he got the ball. Close call, but I think that's a right decision by the referee. What were you saying, Dean?
No, I just wanted to highlight number 11 for Hartford Athletic because the run he made around Batista, Craig saved the day there, but they got to be aware of that. That guy's got some great pace, number 11 for Hartford and Galena.
Yes, he does. He separated well there, got around the corner. It's a dangerous situation for NCFC, but better from Hartford. I think that's something they're going to need to look to capitalize on at the end of this half if they want to get one back before the break. This is another great opportunity. See if they can get one back on NCFC. Dangerous area to whip this ball in. Chapman and Hodge are over the ball.
Chapman driven in, sent right back out. Perez with the long clearance, tracked down by Beckford, the Jamaican, who spent time in Colorado Springs as well. Clearly, Coach Burt bringing in some players that he knows well. Little turn here, and a miss. I mean, if you're John Bradford and North Carolina FC, a little bit of Captain Obvious, but what you want to do is make sure you protect this 2-0 lead for the final 7 minutes and added time, right?
Yeah, you want to protect it, but you don't want to protect it by sitting back. You want to protect it by what got you there, particularly in the first half. Get the ball down to the other end of the field, control the tempo, control the game, don't let Hartford get any momentum going into halftime. Just like this. Oh, a little miscommunication between Anderson and Rafa. But you don't want to sit back. You don't want to allow them to get on the front foot. This is good, getting pressure on the ball.
Batista, one back here by the Athletic. Williams, who's back in the starting lineup, not on the same page that time with his teammate. Perez, good drop to Maldonado. Maldonado, good drop to Armstrong. Armstrong's got Anderson, he'll use him. Anderson peeling off is DaCosta, who's at the top of the 18. That's where they're looking, and it'll be cleared by Hartford.
Don't think that was quite the right ball from Anderson there. I think Hartford was back and in their shape. There's only one NCFC player to 4 Hartford players in the box. You want to be patient. You want to take your opportunities, but you don't want to give the ball back easily and allow Hartford to get on the counter.
No, the final pass was not, but Kendall, before that, starting with Maldonado, the connection with the midfielders right now has been really good.
Yes, that's where we're dictating play. NCFC is at its best when it's controlling that midfield, playmaking through there, deciding when to go forward, when to keep it, dictating the tempo, recognizing the moments to exploit the Hartford back line, recognizing the moments, this is where we need to keep it. And they've been doing a good job in the second half of this half of doing that, which has actually allowed NCFC to settle into the game and create some goal-scoring chances.
This is the 3rd home game of the season for North Carolina FC, now back in USL Championship. Armstrong was hoping that was going to go off Hartford. Instead, it'll come back. Don't forget to get your tickets for April 14th. Birmingham Legion will be here. And then April 20th, New Mexico United. And then 2 games in May. May 4th, Rhode Island FC will be here. And May 14th, they get a chance to avenge their loss to Loudoun United FC. Once again, 4 upcoming home games for North Carolina FC. April 14, April 20, May 4th, and May 14. Love to see you out here. Good extra pass. Hartford and McGuire. Number 1 rule as a goalkeeper, protect that near post.
Absolutely. As defenders, you know your job is to protect the far post. Goalkeeper's job is to protect the near post. Craig did enough there to keep the player going wide. Gave a better angle for McGuire. Here we see good play by Bradford to get in there. Great ball. Tough angle. Dangerous from Hartford, though. This is better for Hartford.
Is that a real thing?
They need to create more of those chances in the last few minutes here of the half. Try to get in, only being down 1 goal.
Rafa. Just pass a little off to Oleg Anderson Jr. He comes back with a sliding tackle, but it'll stay now with Hartford. We're in minute 44. Batista came in a little bit reckless. They'll play advantage. Good ball squared back. And just missing right there. Looks like
Again, Hartford exposing this right side. Yeah, that's the second time Batista's come in, I think, a little hotter than he needs to. Just need to keep the players head down. See the cross coming in here. Great opportunity by Epps. Didn't quite get it on frame. Again, this right side is dangerous. Batista maybe needs, for NCFC, doesn't necessarily need to go in and win the ball there. He just needs to keep the ball contained and not get beat. It's twice now he's gone in hot and gotten beat on that left side.
Too hot to the point where he'll get a yellow card. So Chapman for Hartford Athletic with the yellow, and now Batista. As you pointed out, Kendall, just too reckless, and because of prior incidents, he's going to get the yellow.
Yep. There's no need to win it at that place in the field, particularly up 2-0.
Armstrong sends it forward. We're a minute 45. I'm going to go with 3 minutes at a time. What are you going with, Kendall? Hurry up, don't cheat.
I'm gonna go 2.
Okay. Chapman. Wow. 6. You know, that, I'll tell you what, that doesn't surprise me. That's kind of been the new thing in soccer at all levels, right? Yeah.
And to be honest, I quite like that. I think it's great because teams know that they can waste time in the game. There's a lot of dead time that can happen in a soccer game. And so I appreciate that they're looking to extend the games with added time. 6 minutes is great. Now you get 6 more minutes of good soccer on a nice Friday night. Hartford looking to take advantage of these 6 minutes.
Good tackle far side by Malou.
NCFC needs to be weary here, not allowing anything easy. Hartford's going to throw everything they have at them, getting higher up the field, changing the rhythm of the game a little bit. Looks like they might have a longer throw as well.
Comes the throw in. Played back and offside. Offside, Hartford Athletic. Louis Perez from the penalty spot. Olex Anderson Jr. on the attack, and it's 2-0 North Carolina FC on Throwback night. If we went all the way back to Throwback night, you'd hear, how about the Carolina Railhawks? They changed it to North Carolina FC, merged with, you saw 3 incredible youth groups come together, led by Castle. And then you got Gary Butte, who I think is one of the best CEOs for youth soccer this country's ever seen.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting to know Gary Butte. Have had an opportunity to have quite a few conversations with him around the office. Think very highly of him as a boss, as a coach for NCFC Youth myself. And I think he's really looking to do the right things for the youth game, looking to expand the reach and scope of what we can do as a club, and putting players in the community first while doing that.
And Gary has made this pro team and the North Carolina Courage a key focus, trying to encourage all of those incredible NCFC youth players, including some that you coach, to come out to either an NCFC game or a Courage game.
Yep, many of my players will be watching the NCFC and the Courage this season. I myself was a Castle player growing up.
All right, that's fantastic. Martin, and denied there. Pretty good opportunity by Martin, forcing the save.
Great play here. Rafa getting forward, which is excellent. Martin at the top of the box, opening up those hips, trying to sneak it in near post. Couldn't quite beat Walters. Did a great job of staying focused and parrying that ball away. But good attack by NCFC.
So about 4 minutes into the 6th.
Great header by Hartford.
Sent right back in, though. One bounce. Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sports.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. And offside, McGuire is there.
They didn't call the offside because obviously the ball went through the goalkeeper, but that's 3 or 4 offside the NCFC has gotten with their back line as Armstrong is battling here.
Epps, side of his foot. Here comes the speed. Wow, good play by Craig. Sliding tackle. Sacrificed his body. Timed perfectly, Kendall.
Yep, Craig's done a really, really good job there. He was outpaced for speed, but his timing of that slide and his understanding of the game allowed him to effectively clear that ball away. As I was saying, NCFC's back line has been able to get 3 or 4 offsides in this first half. And that's not easy to do when you're defending in a 5-back. That's a lot of players to move up and down at the same time. But for this early in this season, their understanding of each other and working together is quite good.
Fans, we want to welcome you to the 2024 USL kickoff presented by Terminex. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country as the flag is up. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS sports platforms. We are walking our way up to the first half whistle. And for the home team, North Carolina FC, in search of their first win of the USL Championship season. A spectacular start. I know they say that 2-0 lead's the hardest one to protect, but to me it sounds pretty good, 2-0.
Yeah, if you ask me whether you take it 2-1 or 1-0 or 1-1, I think anyone's going to take 2-0 lead. You do have to recognize the next goal in the game does dictate a lot.
Chapman won it first. There's Perez Maldonado, who wins a ton of 50-50 balls, and that is the first half whistle. Olex Anderson Jr. earned the penalty kick. Louis Perez stepped up, went across his body, and got the first one, and it's only fitting that the man who drew the penalty kick would also get a goal. They call him Golex. Olex Anderson Jr. It's halftime in Cary, North Carolina. When we come back, we'll take a look at the highlights of the first half and pop around the USL, get news and notes from Brian Ware, and so much more. Halftime, North Carolina FC 2, Hartford Athletic 0.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. There's some Railhawks jerseys. It's throwback night, particularly to the original name of the franchise, the Carolina Railhawks, all in orange. Jarrett Campbell came up with the name, and they switched several years back to North Carolina FC. Great to be with you at halftime. Great to be with Kendall Fletcher-White, and great to be talking about a 2-0 lead for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Hartford came out on top in the beginning of the half, and then it was all NCFC after that, getting 2 solid goals, commanding lead. They're not just ahead in the scoreline, but in the way they're dictating the game. If Hartford wants to keep their undefeated season, they're going to have to do something special in the second half.
For me, the midfield's been solid. Quick comment on the midfield for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, they're controlling the tempo. At times they're impatient, but when they decide to go on some of those counterattacks, which led to the second goal, it's great decisions. And then at times they're keeping it, moving the ball around, making Hartford defend. But their defensive shape has actually what led to the midfield being able to control the work that they're doing in there defensively is winning the ball back, and then they're controlling it.
All right, let's take a look at the upcoming games for both of these teams, and we hope and encourage you to get tickets. As you see North Carolina FC on the left, they'll head up to Detroit Rock City, where I'm from, for their next game. They've got a great fan base. Then they've got those home games against Birmingham and New Mexico. They're at Indy. That game's always tough. And then Rhode Island will be here, and then break down Hartford's upcoming games.
Hartford's going to have 2 home games, one against Miami FC and one against San Antonio FC, and then they'll have 2 away games following that, heading to Louisville City FC and Charleston Battery. And then their 5th game is versus Colorado Springs, the Switchback FC. Sorry, when's that date? Sorry.
May 11th.
May 11th.
Yep, and of course, Brendan Burke knows that team well. All right, we're going to take another break and come back with more as we look around USL Championship, USL everything. USL is doing some great work. Right now, it's North Carolina FC 2, Hartford Athletic 0.
You'll get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
You've given us a foundation to be proud of. We build on this now. This is it now, gents. This is us from now on.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Yeah, we running the game. We're coming in strong, and you will not forget it. We're here to take you on, and we can fight and we defend it. We never looking back, we focused on the road. We didn't come to play, and now we never let it go. Yeah, we want to take it higher.
Follow up in! Louisville level in the 70th. He puts it in. Indy 11 leads on the road.
Yeah, we want to take it higher.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
How about North Carolina FC on Throwback Night with the Carolina Railhawks jerseys and all that orange out? It's a 2-0 lead as we did a couple How About North Carolina FCs alongside Kendall Fletcher-White. North Carolina FC leading 2-0 over Hartford Athletic. We'll take a look at the league standings. And, of course, North Carolina FC with a win would jump to 5, and it's going to be an interesting race the whole way through.
Yeah, some teams that are not usually at the top are sitting at the top of the table. Some teams that have in the past been up there are down at the bottom. But it's early yet in the season, so anything can happen. It's good to get some results early. That gives you a little cushion, but it doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You have to earn the right to stay there. So very early in the season so far.
Congratulations to Louisville, Detroit, and this Hartford team for starting the season undefeated. And remember, they play all these teams one time, which I think is fascinating to be able to see different parts of the country.
Yeah, I would love to travel around. It's great to see all the different styles and teams that play, but it's great that they get to play over there. You see Memphis there, used to be in the East, now has moved to the West with NCFC moving into this league. So some great teams, some great challenges ahead.
All right, so both standings are updated, Eastern Conference and Western Conference. These are some games this weekend, this Easter weekend. Happy Easter, everybody. That Miami FC Charleston Battery game should be a good one.
Yeah, we got Tampa Bay and Rhode Island, San Antonio and Monterey Bay. Some good games coming up in this league. I tell you, the level in this league is pretty good. High-level stuff, soccer coming out of this league, and so any of these games are going to be great to watch.
Yeah, you'll see that level once the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup starts, as some more games here. Such a big league, takes a couple pages to break them all down. News and notes, USL featured on national TV on April 6th. An exciting national schedule. We started the seasons on CBS Sports Golazo in that first game. And then you've got the Jägermeister Cup, which we're not talking about the drinking game here.
Although I'm sure the winner will do some of that afterwards.
And then Buffalo is going to join USL Championship in 2026. What a great sports market Buffalo is. That'll be fantastic to add them.
Yeah, it's great to see this league getting more exposure on, a national network like CBS, more teams joining in, just building soccer in the United States at every level. So it's great to see.
Take a look at the USL Team of the Week as the former Maryland Terrapin Gavilanes part of the team, and Aaron Malloy, former Penn State Nittany Lion superstar, is in there as well. Walters is the goalkeeper listed.
Got 2 Hartford players on there from their good results last week. Maybe we'll get a couple of NCFC players on that this week from their performance if they can hold on to it in the second half.
Yeah, if you win, you get on, usually is how it works. That's the Team of the Week for USL Championship Week 3. We got one more break. We'll come back and bring you the first half highlights, including a couple goals, and get the second half rolling here at WakeMed Soccer Park. North Carolina FC 2, Hartford Athletic 0.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. The youngsters watching Kendall Fletcher White.
My highlight reel.
Some throwbacks to the Carolina Railhawks. Dean Linke with Kendall Fletcher White. Young and old, having a good time. Macarena rolling. And let's go to work and take a look at the first half highlights with both teams out there.
Here we go. We got a corner coming in. Was cleared out initially. Great first touch to set up a great shot. Good save. And then Anderson getting himself in position to score. Unfortunately, he was offside on the initial shot, so it did not count. But that was just an image of what was to come in terms of goal-scoring opportunities. Offside, there we see the referee. Here we go. Anderson was not to be denied. He got in, got his body across the defender, drew the foul. Excellent bit of play there. Drew a penalty kick, and Perez finishes it. Bottom right corner, as called by me in the game. You knew what I was thinking. And this was set up. Again, a great ball by DaCosta through to Anderson on frame. Great first touch, buries it in the back of the corner. That is the kind of confidence you want from your number 9. Goal X Anderson is on the move.
Good celebration, great finish. I mean, hit it really with a tremendous amount of pace.
Yeah, he's really developed in his game awareness. Just needed one touch and finish. He's really developing and becoming a problem for opponents.
Second half underway. North Carolina FC back out there in their home blues. Long throw in. Rafa on the right side, Armstrong on the left side. I thought both of them, from a wingback perspective, had a pretty good first half.
They did on both sides of the ball. Back in and defending, and then getting forward, getting up the field, creating momentum, creating support, driving in themselves, caused a lot of problems for Hartford's back line.
Colin Martin, middle of the field. Drops it over to Malou. I feel like Malou's been pretty good too. First real look at him.
Back line has been solid, made good decisions. They've been great in the build-up as well. Looking for those penetrating balls, skipping out the midfield at times.
Rafa. That's a great ball. What a lovely touch. Hartford athletic. Here comes the speed. This one's sent across far side. Trying to find Epps. As they were looking for the speed of Engalina again, number 11. Boy, how about that touch in the middle of the park?
Yeah, it was a great touch by Williams, Jamaican international. He's been quiet this game. Hartford's going to want to get him more involved just like that. Can he be a playmaker to help them play out and then get forward and get in the box? Great awareness of the pressure. One touch right into that space. Knew the player was coming in there. Getting his head up, looking, scanning, seeing the player's back post. Didn't quite connect. That's a good start from Hartford.
Spectacular. Offside flag is up.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer, talking including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XFM 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
Good ball over the top into the 18, but solid defending. That back three right now with Malou, Craig, and Batista, they've been on a string together. I'm liking the continuity. That was a pretty dangerous ball sent into the 18 there, Kendall Fletcher-White. Those three did not panic at all.
Yeah, there's actually been quite a few dangerous balls being played into the box from Hartford. And they've had players in the box, but the back three have done a good job of marking, of being in the correct position, ball side, goal side.
Ezra Armstrong gets it back. Ezra! He was pulled right there. A lot of players would have gone down. I actually like the fact that he stayed up, but I don't know if you saw it. He got his arm pulled as he was going into the 18.
Pulling him off balance. Instead of going down, he gave it a shot. Here we go. It's great combination play. Plays it in. Great one-touch pass from DaCosta in behind. Maybe smart defending from the defender just to knock him off balance a little bit. Didn't go down. I think that actually came off defender, the hard shot.
It totally did.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, could have put in play a back pass. I mean, it obviously wasn't, but they were flirting with disaster there a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happens when you running back to your own goal. Situations like that can easily happen.
One of the things that I've liked about John Bradford, who, you know, banner year last year, winning USL League One, is he's not afraid to adjust his plans. For instance, you know, the idea of multiple changes between games, he kind of like, basically, as he explained it, like took a deep breath and felt like, you know what, they had some continuity going a little bit in that last game. Let's see what they can do by running them out there again, and it has paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great decision. I think he could see the building of the relationships happening. Yes, you want to get players played in, and I like that he's played a big portion of his rosters. A lot of them have gotten to start, but you can't mix it up too much or those partnerships don't start to form, and we've seen some of those partnerships happening tonight with Armstrong, DaCosta, Anderson up top. They're starting to get a rhythm with each other, which is what you also need to build as you build into the season.
6 minutes in. For me, if you're North Carolina FC, granted you've only played 6 minutes, but you've come out and kind of made a statement that says, we're here, you know, we're looking for our 3 points here. We're going to try to get it.
Yeah, we're not going to let off the gas. They're going to make Hartford earn this if they want to get back into this game. But again, I think the best way to defend a 2-0 lead is to continue to go after the game, continue to do the things that got you the 2 goals to begin with. That long throw from Maldonado. Dangerous in the box. Counter is something that NCFC will need to be aware of, as that's something that Hartford is very good at. So far tonight, I think they've done a good job. But I think Hartford needs to get higher up the field. They're down 2-0 and they're still in a pretty low block. You'll probably start to see them start to press a little bit more. Here they go trying to get out of their half. Put a little bit more pressure on that back line of NCFC. Weren't able to win the ball, but that's better from Hartford. In the first half, they were almost letting NCFC come into their half before they even started pressuring the ball. So they've got to change tactics a little bit if they want to get themselves back in the game.
Be a throw-in far side for Batista. There's Armstrong. Armstrong. Go off of Armstrong and out of bounds. I actually feel like this has been a pretty solid performance from Armstrong. I've been impressed.
Yeah. I think the entire team has done well. Foul
on DaCosta.
Little lazy defending there. didn't get behind the ball.
A few years ago,
Comes the replay.
North Carolina FC. Oh, go ahead, break it down.
He tried to get his foot out of the way. He wasn't quite successful.
North Carolina FC had a player named DJ Taylor. He played more on the right side, but he was built like DeAndre Yedlin, and I feel like Ezra Armstrong's got that DeAndre Yedlin type build. Short but quick, pacey, strong, muscles on top of muscles. And the fact that he can use his left foot over there. I say all of that because he's showing signs to me of a guy who can play at another level.
Yeah, he's been very busy this season. He's been one of the players that stuck out to me in almost every game. And yeah, he does have that Yedlin kind of build. It's good that he's strong and powerful. He'll need that from the defending side of things, and he's done that responsibility very well. But then offensively, he really looks to drive forward and drive inside and create problems and overloads through the midfield, as you saw in that goal opportunity at the very beginning of the half.
Chapman switches the point of attack. That was a tough trap to be made, and because of that, it went out of bounds. But doing his best with it was Akpanonu, who, by the way, is from Toledo, Ohio. And I asked him before the game, like, where in Toledo? And he's from Holland, which is near that Toledo-Michigan border.
Here you see Hartford high pressing, trying to get that ball back, which is the ball for them. You'll see that them doing that more.
Headed down by Craig, who's been exceptional. Maldonado has also been exceptional. Olex Anderson Jr. putting some pressure on Olex Anderson Jr. trying to stay with it. He did grab the arm.
Yeah, I think a little too eager there, trying to get through the back of him. Worth the chance, though. You see running. Defender couldn't quite get it under control, so he thought he had a chance, but used his upper body a little bit too much with the hands instead of just trying to run around him.
Macangila defensively. Good tackle by Maldonado. He is in beast mode form. I don't think Maldonado's lost a tackle.
No, the only one he's lost is when he's fouled, but that's about it.
Played a little bit too far out in front of DaCosta. Crowd's starting to get into it here on Throwback night.
Good job by Rafa to get back and defend that far side. Again, Rafa just taking on his defensive responsibilities. It's really good to see. But that was a good attack by Hartford.
Great work picking the pocket there is Martin. I knew what Martin was thinking, but fell down as he was trying to switch the point of attack. This is what I told you would happen. Chapman will start moving forward and turn into more of a 10 to make things happen.
And that's what an experienced player can do, recognizing the moments to get forward. He has the understanding, the game understanding and awareness when it's worth the risk. He'll have to start pushing more forward if they're going to get back in this game. This is better from Hartford. Ball in NCFC's defensive half.
If you're just popping in, North Carolina FC with both of their goals in the first half. Olex Anderson Jr. got off to a great start. That's a brilliant back heel pass, but Jake McGuire was in a good spot. He was near the penalty spot, so way off his goal line and positioned well to take that. McGuire's been good too. He hasn't had to do much, but he's just been smart.
Yeah, he has. Again, that's building that relationship with that back line that's really key. Knowing when they're higher, when he needs to be higher off his line, when he can stay. So goalkeeper isn't detached from the team. He's a part of the back line and the defensive unit, which is attached to the midfield and the forwards. So he's doing a good job of playing his role, being connected.
Malou. Now Rafa. Well done by Rafa to earn the throw-in. Minute 59. Malou. Played into space. Number 4, Malou for North Carolina FC. He is a freakish athlete, but he doesn't just go out there and run around knocking people down. He can play soccer as well.
That's the combination that you want.
Amen.
Size, speed, brains.
And he's played that way today, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They've played a really clean game. I think in the Loudoun game, with their loss, made some mistakes in the back, but it looks like they've learned from that and they've tightened things up, and not even really allowed Hartford too many chances.
I mean, I think the only other guy, like when you say size, speed, brains, that comes to mind is Andrew Tate.
Yes, that's exactly who I was thinking, and that's the image that was conjured in my mind.
I wonder if Andrew's listening right now.
I hope he is and getting a good chuckle.
He's on holiday. Andrew Tate, and let's take a look at this replay here.
Yep, that's not a foul. Martin was looking for it. I think he embellished that, trying to pick up another PK. Referee did a good job not calling it. Here we go with Maldonado and another dangerous throw-in.
Good pace. Martin. Nice volley, side volley, with some pace and on frame. Olex Anderson Jr., and that's a foul, knocked to the ground.
Maldonado has obviously done a great job in this game, but I think Martin defensively has also really made his presence felt. He won that ball, played it out wide. Again, Anderson just got his body in between the ball and the player. Player went right through him. Smart play by Anderson. It's very similar to how he drew the PK. When I'm coaching my players, I talk about you want position over possession. Some players will worry about the ball, but if you can get your body in position to win the ball, it helps you protect it, helps you draw fouls, and that's what Anderson has been able to do tonight. This is a very dangerous spot.
Position over possession, I like it. Another free kick opportunity. North Carolina FC looking to score in front of the Oak City supporters to make it 3-0. We're here in the second half. That's a good ball in. Somehow there was one white jersey in the middle of all of that, and that's who headed it out while he was being fouled. So that was defended pretty well by Hartford Athletic.
Yeah, because that was a very dangerous ball. Whipped in here. Good pace, dropping right where you want it. Well defended. Very good by Hartford.
This one too fast for arguably the fastest man on the field out there. Looks like Coach Burke is planning to make some changes here pretty soon. Down 2-0, that makes sense as we're in minute 63.
Yep, you can't wait too long into the half. Got to get some fresh legs, some fresh players that maybe can unlock NCFC in a way these players on the field haven't been able to do.
Good ball into space. Sliding tackle. They're going to bring it all the way back.
I think the ref was trying to play advantage, realized there was no advantage, called it back. Costa's not happy with that.
Chapman will put it on the white line. And Chapman will get things started. Chapman gets it back. Costa going the other way. The fans getting behind him. Now he needs some blue jerseys to be with him, and they weren't there. He had nowhere to go with it, really, unless he could somehow get it out wide to Perez.
Yeah, and the Hartford defenders did a great job of getting back and collapsing onto him. I think the only thing he could have done there is maybe spun out and kept the ball, but it was on to try to counter. Just didn't get enough bodies forward with him.
eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play, and you can download it now. 64th minute. North Carolina FC back in USL Championship. They played 3 games, 2 draws and a loss. As I mentioned earlier, John Bradford celebrating birthday number 44 just 2 days ago, doing it in style at the Angus Barn, one of the, I'd say, premium restaurants in the Triangle, Raleigh area particularly.
It's got a great outdoor area lit with lights. Very, very beautiful experience.
Yeah, during the holidays, really special place too out there, all lit up. Martin, good hustle. Pretty good game plan. I mean, it's clear that John Bradford, Mike McGinty, and the rest of the coaching staff made it clear that Engalina's got speed, but it seems like they've had 2 or 3 blue jerseys around Engalina when he starts to break away.
That's how you defend speed. Just get numbers around it. First player can't dive in, forces them into the area that the second and third player can defend well. It's good team defending.
Great angles, right?
Yep. Hartford needs to get players around Gile to support him.
Hartford with a little more of the ball here the last 10 minutes. And Lou's going to dribble it out of bounds, will lead to a corner kick. Corner kick coming for Jay Chapman and Hartford Athletic.
Yeah, Hartford has gotten themselves on the front foot. I think NCFC has been a bit impatient in the counter. They've made some poor decisions or technically haven't executed, and they've given the ball right back to Hartford. They need to keep possession rather than forcing it forward when it's not on.
Chapman sends it top of the 6 out of bounds. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. Right below me, there's a Stephen Miller, Austin Deleuze sighting. Right below me is Miller Time and Austin Deleuze. Graham Smith's down there. I saw Brian Shriver a little bit earlier. A lot of the great Railhawks are in town as multiple changes coming in here for Hartford. Number 77, Enoch Mushagalusa. You gonna give me that?
I'll give it to you.
I'm not sure. And then number 33, Mamadou Dieng, who's from Senegal, played with the Elite Falcons FC. Austin Deleuze now back with the club in an important role at corporate sponsorship department, which is always key. Olex Anderson Jr. is offside.
I think for Hartford, number 43, Ian Shaw, also entered into the game.
Ian Shaw from St. Paul, Minnesota. Spent some time with Portland Timbers 2 team. And that was Shaw who played it back a moment ago. The Oak City supporters with a boring chant right now, but to be fair, Hartford Athletic has had a lot of the ball here in the second half.
Yep, and creating some goal-scoring opportunities. A few corners. It's been in their attacking half most of this half. They're starting to look to play make a little bit more through the midfield, finding the forwards, laying it off. In the first half, they tried to go direct and behind a lot, and I think haven't been successful in that. So they need to start to find other ways through and around rather than just over. And I think as they do that, it might open up the space in behind if they're not always looking to do it. Because at the minute, NCFC kind of has their number on that. They're keeping their line together and either drawing them offside or dropping and reading service.
Kendall Fletcher White won a national championship at University of North Carolina, played in the WPS, played in the NWSL, and now is a big-time coach with NCFC Youth. Beckford will get a yellow card. I'm pretty sure.
Here comes the replay. Driving in. Clips him, grabs his arm, pulls him down. Easy call. He got a yellow card, not just for that foul, but for consecutive fouls. Accumulation. He got in the books.
Hartford Athletics yellow card in the 69th minute, number 31, Deshane Bedford.
So Deshane Beckford gets the yellow card. Chapman got a yellow card, and I'm pretty sure, Kendall, that I think it was Asiedu who fouled Olex Anderson Jr. I think he got a yellow card as well.
He did. I think he was the last offender.
Conway looking to be the first change for John Bradford and North Carolina FC. It's worth mentioning the fact that Brooks Thompson, who played such a key role last year in goal for North Carolina FC, is on the Hartford Athletic roster. He hasn't played yet, but he's on their roster. It's going to be a yellow on Rafa.
Number 9 gets a yellow as well.
Another 1v1 battle going on this left side. Rafa won a couple in the first half. He lost that battle.
So Conway, number 11. Nice player out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. Good goal scorer. Is going to come on for Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson Jr. never likes to come out of the game, but he will here with 20 minutes remaining. Meanwhile, Coach Burke and Hartford Athletic not done making changes.
Anderson has done a lot of work on both sides of the ball, obviously creating a lot of goal-scoring opportunities and created a goal for himself, but also the defensive work that he's had to put in. Again, this is early in the season. You want to get multiple players played in. Conway started the second game. We're going to get him to find a rhythm.
Chapman, brilliant ball, and that'll lead to the first goal. Great ball from Chapman, part of the reason why we highlighted him, and just like that, it's a 2-1 game. Chapman, so dangerous, and I'm pretty sure the man who puts the ball down, Diang, who just came in, is going to get credit for the goal, right?
Here it comes, whipping the ball in. What he's done is everybody misses it, actually, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to keep the ball on frame. You're serving it in for someone to get a touch, but if no one gets a touch, you want it to go in the back post.
So Chapman scored it.
Chapman scored it.
That one I will take credit for.
There you go. You got it.
Thanks, Kendall.
No worries.
73rd minute.
Hartford penalty, 72nd minute for number 8, Jay Chapman. Also in the 72nd minute, restore hyper wellness substitution for Hartford. We got game number 31. Is Shane Beckford.
This is why the 2-0 lead is such a dangerous lead. Now with one goal, it's 2-1. It's a one-goal game. NCFC hasn't done a good enough job controlling the game. Credit to Hartford for getting themselves back into it, getting themselves set pieces, getting into the attacking third. We've got a game on now, seeing if NCFC can get their momentum back, seeing if Hartford can hold on to it.
Correction on the substitution for Hartford, coming into the game number 29, Emmanuel Sabadia.
Costa will go down. You said it. Game on now, 2-1. I mean, it is anybody's game right now.
Be interested to see if John makes any more changes for NCFC, if he'll bring on some fresh legs. Hartford pressing higher.
So Chapman with a long distance free kick. Sent it on frame and it got all the way through and in the back of the net as we've got a foul here. Played over the top, leg stays down. A little skip, trying to keep it in bounds. They do. Turns out to be a pretty good ball.
Great job getting on the end of that initial ball in. Let off the hook a little bit there. There's great speed down this left side.
The USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Galazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Rafa had a touch. There was some debate, Kendall Fletcher-White, as part of Throwback Night, to name the street coming in Jorge Acuna Lane, and it lost some muster along the way, but
would have been a big call, but a great way to honor.
Left side. Ezra Armstrong does well to earn a throw-in.
Chanting going on by the fans. It's great to build atmosphere. NCFC's turn to see if they can convert on a set piece. They've had some really dangerous balls played in, but haven't been able to get on the end of it. Hartford's done a great job defending them.
Here comes the corner kick. North Carolina FC also working a little bit of the clock. Off the head of
Craig was able to get on the end of that. Good connection, didn't quite keep the ball down enough. Service was a little further out, but still a great effort.
Mike McGinty, who has been spending quite a bit of time traveling all over the place with U.S. Soccer and some of their youth national teams, is back on the bench, and an indication that Garrett McLaughlin is going to get into the game. Rafa. Baldonado was confused. He thought that ball was for him. Had a little laugh there with Rafa.
That's a better attack by NCFC, more akin to what they did in the first half, building that play, swinging the ball around, trying to get some good service into the box. Again, Maldonado making this more like a set piece than a throw-in.
I think they're going to bring 3 in at the same time. 78th minute. Armstrong! Ezra Armstrong Jr. He has hit some bullets, and they have been on frame. Hard not to like Ezra Armstrong Jr. and his ability to keep it down and on frame, because something good's going to happen out of that eventually.
Yes, it is. And that's the confidence that you want in a young player like that. But also his technical ability to stay over the ball, connect. And that's really what you're looking for in those throw-ins. You may not get much off the initial throw, but you're hoping it gets knocked down into an area where then you can put it on frame.
Substitution brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Coming out of the game.
These two teams met each other a few years back in USL Championship. North Carolina FC 1-1 and tied 1. Louis Perez, another solid game, is going to come out for Cervania, the youngster. And a chance to see Shaft Brewer Jr., who's going to come in for Rafa. So number 28, Shaft Brewer Jr. out of Sacramento.
Perez and Rafa both put in great shifts. Really enjoy Perez's movement and his playmaking ability. His vision is excellent. He played in Anderson on the second goal in the first half.
Maldonado goes down, and so a yellow card is going to be issued.
Actually, I think it was DaCosta that played in Anderson on the second goal, but Perez has had some great opportunities as well.
Yeah, the second goal was awesome because Martin found DaCosta, and then DaCosta made the next one, and it was kind of like right down the middle of the field. It was brilliant. I thought McLaughlin was going to come in with the last two, but
that was
didn't.
A foul off the ball on Maldonado.
Number 77, Enoch Mashagalusa.
Elbow to the neck, I think, to Maldonado off the ball. The referee saw it, has issued a yellow card.
He gave a yellow to both of them, so I got to believe the yellow to Maldonado was for embellishment, which you don't see very often. Why else would he get a yellow there?
It maybe have been if you ask the referee to give a yellow to someone else. Sometimes it's what you're saying to the referee. Sometimes it's your response. It could be he felt that he instigated it.
There you go. That makes perfect sense, as Batista up the back of his head, who's in an offside position anyway, as we're now at minute 81. Two to one now, though. 2-0 at the half. Perez and Olax Anderson Jr. with the goals. Answered back by Chapman, who was taking a free kick. I don't think had any intention of putting it in the back of the net himself, but I thought Kendall Fletcher-White, the way you explained hitting those kind of balls was right on, because I liked how you said it also means the defenders are running that way, and a lot of times bad things can happen that way too, and that may have been why in the end McGuire couldn't see what was going on.
Yep, and the defenders were reacting to, what if one of Hartford players touches it, I need to defend that, and they weren't defending the ball that went straight into the net. And so again, it's just a really well hit ball. You always, at that angle, you always want to hit a ball in that is still on frame. Your intent is that someone is going to deflect it, but if it doesn't, in the back of the net, just as we saw on that one.
Throwback night here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. North Carolina FC proud to be back in USL Championship and looking for their first win in their fourth game. 2 ties and a loss to start the season. Third game here at home.
Brewer doing a good job getting forward. Armstrong on the ball.
Armstrong dropped it over. DaCosta, very unselfish from Armstrong. Looks like Armstrong saying he wanted it back.
Yeah, I think he wanted it back as he got played in before. I think he could have potentially taken a shot earlier, but not bad combination play. NCFC still pressing. Chapman on the ball there, playmaking for Hartford.
Martin with one of those unfortunate knee-to-knee contacts that stings just a little bit. There's the defensive work of Ezra Armstrong Jr.
Gave away another corner, dangerous set piece.
There is no junior on Armstrong. My apologies, Desmond. This one's sent across, punched out of there, shot back in, cleared. As we are walking you up to minute 85. Hartford Athletic, very much in this game. Back across again, oh my. I think that may have hit the post, I'm not sure, Kendall.
I couldn't see it either, it happened so quickly. But check it out on the replay. Controversial foul by Martin.
The Hartford player thought that the whistle was on him.
Here we go, here's the replay. Again, great wing play. Getting in behind by Hartford. Great ball in. Oh, yep, you're right, off the post. Great service into the box. Oh, straight off the post. Great series by Hartford, though.
Phenomenal. Good run by Dieng. Good flick by Dieng. And the post, the best friend for Jake McGuire, the goalkeeper for North Carolina FC. Popped across, trouble, and the flag is up. Minute 86. So now we're going to see two more players for North Carolina FC, including the youngster, number 49, Julian Palacios from Orange County. He was born in 2006. And then also Ja'Cory Hayes, who played at Wake Forest. He's had a pretty good career. He's going to come in as well.
Martin having a great shift, as well as DaCosta. See if these two can help NCFC see the game out. 4 minutes plus stoppage time.
Corey Hayes. He was a big signing and one that perhaps maybe we thought we'd see more of him. He's a guy that if he starts getting into form and catching the attention of John Bradford, he's got a tremendous resume. Right now, the combination play from Hartford Athletic has been solid. It goes off of North Carolina FC, off of Conway.
And this is the play that they were looking for. Getting in behind, getting down this left side.
Oh, it's Hayes who plays it back to McGuire. Minute 88. thank our crew, Kyle Lang's team of Joe Farrar, our producer, Logan Siege, Ian Lang, Ryan Moeller, Justin Allen, Brian Ware, Larry McLean, and Chris Walsh. Doing a great job as always. I think some of that group has a side eye on the NC State basketball game.
My parents as alumni are as well.
Batista. My youngest son, a proud UNC graduate like you and Kyle Lang, he actually was headed to LA. His best friend lives in LA, and if they beat Alabama, he was going to go to the game. Obviously, those plans were canceled. The offside flag is up.
We got through almost 90 minutes without you bringing that up, Dean.
I was bummed, too.
Disappointing for the Tar Heels. Thought they could have made a run, but that's the level of men's basketball right now.
The real story is the level of women's basketball. I mean, the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, and then so many other players like her. I mean, Beckers is really, really good. South Carolina's loaded. But the numbers of the viewing audiences is off the charts. It must make you super proud.
Definitely. It's great to see women's sports, in all sports, getting more popular as it should. Some really quality players. Got a player down on the field right now. Yeah, but just so many talented teams, so many talented players, the opportunity there, just seeing the level of the game improving, which is really great to see. I watched the WVU game versus Iowa, and Iowa squeaked that out, but WVU, their performance was really, really impressive as well. All right. Oh, I was going to ask you, Dean, how many minutes in this half?
7.
Great call. 7 minutes at a time.
Speaking of 7, Batista sends it forward.
This is a good test for NCFC early in the season to see if they can see out a game. They haven't been up yet at this point in the game. In their previous 3 games. So it'll be something John will be looking at his team to see. This is an area that they can get through a game with holding a lead.
So 7 minutes. McGuire with the save.
Great save by McGuire. Extended, held on to it, which was important because there were other players running in. Just shifted the ball and got a great shot. Didn't let off a rebound, or that ball would have been in the back of the net. But the Hartford player following up.
Enoch Mushagalusa. Much better second time.
Well done.
Seven minutes of added time, and we've only played 90 of it. USL Championship on ESPN Plus.
Down on this left sideline. Sylvania with the yellow for NCFC. I think it was a professional foul, just trying to slow the game down. Just coming in, Diving in and try to get a toe on the ball. Just went through the back of the player.
Over the top. Looking for a whistle. McGuire is there.
Off his line. Hartford looking for a foul there. I feel the ref has done a really good job controlling the game. There's been some hard tackles, been a little chippy at times, and he's controlled it quite well. He's let play flow. Has caught it back when needed. NCFC obviously happy to waste some time here.
Sylvania's over it. 94th minute.
When you're up, the second team just seem to tick by very slow. I guess when you're down as well. They seem to go so fast.
Maldonado. Malou. Nice and calm. Craig. To Batista. Batista turns out to have a little slip. Unfortunate. A brilliant ball played over there to Conway. What a ball from Batista.
It was a great ball looking forward. Caught the Hartford back line off guard. Both players slipped.
Great hustle. And Malou with a flex.
You see how much this result means to these players. They want to get their first win of the season. They've been knocking on the door. Malou pumping his fist, encouraging his team to get this game over the line.
Shaft Brewer Jr., number 28, has made an impact as well. Hartford Athletic, they are not done, folks. Good turn here, and
well-timed tackle by Craig. If he doesn't get that right, that's a penalty, but well done. Ball played in behind, getting down on this left side. Craig running with him, tackling it out of bounds.
Corner kick coming, though, for Hartford Athletic with a chance to tie it.
Olympico here.
Spun around, snapped out of there. Kept alive by Hartford Athletic. This is a good ball. Still alive, near post in front. Punched out of there. Woo, some deep breaths. John Bradford, who just turned 44, may have aged a year on that sequence.
Got that extra gray hair in there somewhere. Well done by NCFC's defense getting that out. But Hartford isn't going down easily. They're going to make NCFC work for it. Last minute of stoppage time.
This is it. Last minute right here.
McGuire taking his slow time getting that ball out.
If you're North Carolina FC, you do not want to have fouls where the ball's going away from the goal. You just don't want to do that when you're trying to close out the game.
Yep, no need, especially in their defensive half. Just stand them up. Get the ball out, other end of the field. This will probably be the last attempt.
Feels like the referee is willing to give.
And there it goes.
How about North Carolina FC? A 2-1 win over Hartford Athletic. Your thoughts, Kendall Fletcher-White, on this all-important 3 points for North Carolina FC?
I think it was a great performance for NCFC all the way across the board, from attack to defending. They executed their game plan. They were difficult to break down. They were tough when they needed to be, but more importantly, they finished 2 excellent goals and put Hartford on the back foot in the first half. Yes, they let in a goal, but they were able to see the game out, so well done.
We'll take a break and come back to wrap it up with a highlight package here. Your final score, USL Championship style on Throwback Night. North Carolina FC 2, Hartford Athletic 1. We'll be back in over a minute.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
How about North Carolina FC on Throwback Night? They get a massive 3-point victory over previously undefeated Hartford Athletic, and they get their first win since re-entering USL Championship. They now have 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss. With Kendall Fletcher-White, I'm Dean Linke, and let's go to work and show the highlights in this one. Both goals coming for North Carolina FC in the first half.
Yeah, it was the Anderson show in the first half. Did a great job here getting across his defender to draw the PK. Wasn't able to finish, but Perez took care of that when he stepped up and buried the penalty kick. Left-footed, low to the right. Excellent finish, put NCFC up 1-0. You see how much it means to them. And then again, great ball in here by DaCosta, splits the back line. Anderson running on, first touch, sets him up for a second touch and a finish on his left foot. That's a quality finish by a quality forward. Again, the excitement, the joy that's coming with getting themselves on the board. And again, Jay Chapman in the second half, just putting this ball in on frame, whipping it in, looking for a deflection, but if it didn't get the deflection, it was going in on its own. Again, Hartford wasn't done. They were trying to get in. That was off the post, probably their best chance of the second half other than the goal. But there we go. NCFC got the win. Meant a lot to them. First win of the season. Hopefully more to come.
Well said. I want to thank our crew here as we take a look at the stats. 14 shots to 9 for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, the possession surprised me a little bit, but everything else, it looks like North Carolina definitely dominated this game. They were the better team on the day. Good result for them. Hartford will look to rebound from this next week.
All right, a great win for John Bradford, just 2 days removed from his birthday. I want to thank our head of broadcasting, Emily Hunter Valencia, Kyle Lang, Joe Farrar, Logan Siege, Ian Lang, Ryan Moeller, Justin Allen, Brian Ware, Larry McLean, Chris Walsh, the great Kendall Fletcher-White. My name's Dean Linke. How about North Carolina FC? They knock off Hartford by a score of 2-1. You saw it all right here on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.